not mine. I walk around outside the box, refusing to go in. The inside be so packed, it ain't enough room to fit in if I wanted to. So I just chill in the parking lot and wait for niggas to come out so they can see just what I'm talking about. Gather round as I take you further down the rabbit hole. You can leave your flesh behind, we just want your soul. No mind control, you see we operate so freely. Traveling through the spirit realm and can't nobody see it. Floating, coasting on the wind in this zone. I'm meditating constantly, oh yes, I'm too far gone to conform to the average thought patterns. Making music here in the cosmos. I recorded this on Saturn. This hit is more than rapping, head bobbing and toe tapping. But you better get respect when you speaking to a nigga intellect. I guess the more ignorant the better. Like rats in the hole, coming out to get some cheddar. Getting caught up in traps and dope holes. Even though pockets may get swole, still can't find no peace for your soul in these slums. Should've dropped some bread, cause to find your way back to your first love. Remember back when hip hop was untainted.
Everybody love this, boy. My 7 circles, baby, body surface. I see these circles, heaven's furry. These harmonies, nigga. Right in my circles, universally squared up. Measured by right angles. My life angles, the cliffhanger. Up in the hands, the light angles. Higher than the sire down and brought back life again. 2 days of win, death for 7 deadly sins. Now I'm live again. I die again, I stand accused. You think they gon' try again? Style upon style upon style upon flow style. Style hoes, pose, homo style. The Morphodite torch night. Metamorph right in front of your face. The force in a blind course. The course like damn stars. Scorpion, Taurus, right. Summer Fahrenheit. Keep niggas close, shivering, sweating. Must breath fill my mind, body, soul, my spirit. All I see is stuff. Styles upon style is what I have. I'm in the climb with the turning star. Pin it pad, margin lines. Keep on my mind with bar. Tell you channel, but they control your mind. Mine, no, not mine. No, not mine.
Turn off your radio, program through your stereo. Images on your videos, they control your mind. Turn off your radio, program through your stereo. Images on your video, they control your mind. They control your mind. They control your mind. Images on your video, they control your mind. Yeah,
Not mine.
turn off your radio, program through your stereo. Images on your video, they control your mind. Turn off your radio, program through your stereo. Images on your video, they control your mind. They control your mind. They control your mind. Images on your video, they control your mind. Yeah.
Y'all feel it? Nothing like a good music to lift the spirit. To elevate the mood. Peace and power to the family. Cognitive Consciousness and Soul Tribe. Welcome to Supercharged Sunday with Saiwoo, and that includes the daughters. Supercharged Sunday with Saiwoo. That includes the daughters. And what I mean by that includes the daughters is because within the sonship, some of us forgot that the daughter was included. But you can't have a son without a daughter that becomes a woman or a woman and eventually bears a child. So it's Supercharged Sunday with Saiwoo. That includes your daughters. Power to the feminine principle. The sonship is the family structure. It don't necessarily pertain to masculine gender. So peace to man, woman, and child. Love and light to all who enter this space. Please come into this space, cleanse, clear, and transmute it.
I present myself to you cleansed, transmuted. That song was written in a time, and it's on SoundCloud for anyone who want to go listen to anything that I have played in the past or today. It's on SoundCloud under Saiwoo Da God, SAIWOODAGOD. But that song was written in a time where being conscious wasn't popular, when dressing eccentric wasn't popular, when wearing beads and crystals wasn't trending, spirituality wasn't mentioned like it is today. Beyond being Muslim or Christian, what's my point? Christ is not a person. It's the movement of sun, Ra, Osiris, moving through the space of our consciousness. And I'm glad we made Ascension. You hear me? That just came to me out of nowhere a little earlier. But I understand everybody don't make music. But we all here to find our tune. And when we find our tune, even though we may not make music per se, we can still find something to create our to put our melody in. I don't know who that's speaking to. But I'm glad to be here. And since we connected, ain't no need to log in, you hear me? Glad to be in the presence of spirit, soul, and flesh. Light work is not light work, family. But life is vibrating. It's a lot of things going on, a lot of shifts taking place, beautiful energy coming in, and unnecessary energy is being expelled. It's a good time to be rewriting your DNA. What I mean by rewriting your DNA is how you talk to yourself. How do we talk to ourselves on a day-to-day basis, or on a throughout the day basis? How do we rewrite our DNA, or are we rewriting the same junk that's already been imprinted on us? Because what we came here imprinted with already on us should be already showing us what we need to do to be rewriting it, how we need to be thinking, to rethink it, to overthink it. How are we rewriting your DNA? How are we rewriting our DNA? It's a lot of retrogrades going on, and Mercury messing with my tongue. I'm getting tongue-tied, you hear me? But we're going to get it. We're going to get through this. To rewrite your DNA, you got to talk better to yourself every day. Some won't get it. Some going to reject it. Some going to know it and not do nothing with it. And some going to resonate with it and use it to elevate themselves. Which one are you? It's time to rewrite our DNA. And a part of the process that come with rewriting our DNA is we realize that things come online to us that we wasn't previously privy to. Or we find out things about ourselves that we didn't know previously. But when you start bending yourself, you start realizing the power in you to bend the universe around you. And you can't bend yourself, or you can't bend the universe until you bend yourself. Remember Neo with the spoon? And the little child told him, who represented his inner child, it's not the spoon that you're trying to bend. It's you that needs to bend. So as we bend our mind, we bend the spoon that we are. Everybody is a spoon, or a utensil on the plate. Welcome to Supercharged Sunday. I don't know, I'm led to pull a card for the week and see what they're gonna give us. See what they're gonna give us a resonate off. Shuffle it about 3 times here. Shuffle it about 3 times here. See how the synchronicities how the synchronicities are gonna work with what I may have to present. The message gonna be on resilience pretty much. Yeah, about a three card cut. Trying to jump on off of here, man. We did him. You may want to see. We did him. We did the Badger, but we gonna do it again because it's still speaking to balance. In order to have resilience, and everybody do, our resilience gonna reflect the level of balance in our life. The more we got balance, the more we got resilience. But since we did resilience, I'm gonna pull another one. Elephant. Open yourself to abundance. That speaks to resilience, because to be in a place of receiving, it's going to speak to how you have healed through the things you have been through, which will reflect your resilience. Open yourself to the abundance. Open yourself to the abundance. Let me go ahead and find it, y'all. Y'all bear with me, man. We trying to take our time today, so in the process, y'all can sit in the energy and elevate your frequency. You know, listen to the 528 hertz I got playing, and we're just gonna bathe in this higher frequency while we here. It's crazy. I was reflecting my colors, you know. Open yourself to true abundance. Archangels Mary and Raphael. Elephants originate from Lakume, the ancestral aspect of Sirius. These wise, intelligent creatures holding their energy fields of a fifth dimensional blueprint for family life within a perfect matriarchal society. Wow. Mothers are revered, and they recognize that play keeps the frequency high. Play will keep our frequency high. They practice the divine feminine qualities of caring, devotion, and joyous, innocent fun. Bull elephants are kept away from the center of the family. These very psychic pachyderms are great telepathic communicators. Archangel Raphael directs healing through them. They link it to Jupiter and its ascended planet, Jumbe, the planet of enlightenment and cosmic abundance, to assess the consciousness of prosperity, love, and happiness which they spread. For centuries, Archangel Sandalphon has worked with elephants as they heal the ley lines. Now they are linking into their home star, and with Sandalphon are building the new spiritual communication system for the approaching golden age. Guidance. The elephant card reminds you to keep your frequency high by having more fun, playing, and being joyful. Feeling good for no reason at all, family. Whether you are male or female. Whether you are male or female, practice divine feminine qualities within every area of your life to ensure you have a strong and stable foundation. Oh, my bad. To make sure you have a strong and stable foundation for your spiritual life. Sit quietly and breathe into your third eye, tuning into the elephant kingdom and Archangel Raphael, the awesome emerald angel of healing and abundance. Then link into Jupiter and its ascending aspect, Jumbe, to call in perfect health and cosmic abundance, to bathe your consciousness. Feel this energy permeate your cells and know the universe supports your divine perfection and heart's desire. Then send out a stream of light to help build the crystalline web of light around our planet. You can't get no more synchronistic than that. Open yourself to the true abundance. I think we all could use a little bit more abundance in our life, and abundance not always or necessarily always materialistic. You know, my greatest abundance right now in my life, if I really be honest, is being able to feel good for no reason at all. It's being stress-free, you know, being abundant in my energy and my vitality. You know, I feel lighter, I feel brighter. You know, and even look it, and I see y'all shining too. I see y'all out there. You know, I know I ain't the only one. I know y'all shining with me, and I'm good to see everybody in a good space. You hear me? But we're gonna try to see how long we can hold it high. That's why we here, cause we know nobody wanna be down there. You hear me? Supercharged Sunday. We're gonna slay them all with maturity, and our maturity gonna reflect our resilience. And our resilience gonna reflect some of the things we may have been through in the past by how we confront, handle, and deal with it in our presence. We're gonna slay them all with maturity. It's the year of the tiger in Chinese astrology. And once upon a time, the tiger used to be so-called the king of the jungle. The king of the jungle. But we here to try to be the king of ourselves. You hear me? But it's the year of the tiger, and everybody got a little tiger in them. You heard? But we gotta tame our stripes. You hear me? Maturity. I don't know about y'all, man, but I expect some good spiritual return investments. You know, on the good seeds that I've been sowing. You know, over the past few years. You know. And if you have, you in a good space, you in a good place. Even if you don't know why, and that's a good place to be. You hear me? If you feeling good and you don't know why, you right where you supposed to be at. You hear me? Cause we all should be able to be feeling like this. Cause we coming into wholeness. The circle is the oracle, and the more we come into wholeness, we come into the oracle of oneself. Masculine and feminine balance is the wholeness, the oracle, the circle. Y'all stay with me. We still talking about resilience, how our resilience reflect our maturity. The previous video spoke on maturity. This video gonna feed off it. We're talking about resilience. And the reason that's important to me because we don't have to let the fucked up things we go through, pardon my French. If it's children, you might want to put them up in case I get, loose lip. But we don't have to let the messed up things in life put us against the wall. Or the things that put us against the wall, we don't have to let them keep us there. We all done been in dark corners here and there. And sometimes when we're in the dark corners, it can make you become a nasty, ugly, dark, dirty individual inside. That's a choice. But ask me how I know. Because to be able to say this, I must have been there. But I do know what it's like. I know what it's like to be there, and I know what it's like to not be there. In spite of. I know what it's like in spite of. Many of us do. In spite of. I've been there, done that. The beauty is, though, is when we don't stay stuck there. The beauty is how we shake back. The beauty is how we get through it. The beauty is how we overcome. We all got things that's gonna come and appear and show up that we gotta overcome. We can't duck it. We can't dodge it. We can't bob and weave it. We gotta overcome it. And that's good because it shows us what we made of. So if you don't know what you made of, you don't know what type of resilience that you carry. And the resilience that you carry, somebody else gonna need it. And through something they going through, You ever been in a place where somebody needs you and you felt like you couldn't help them? Sometimes it wasn't because you couldn't help them. Sometimes it was because your resilience just wasn't in the place where it needed to, so you could be able to help. My point is, I never stayed stuck in the hard times when going through hard times. So neither should you. I use them to become something better. I use them to become something bigger. I use them to become something greater. If to nobody else, at least myself, and so should you. I also use them to identify with this word that we call love in an intangible way. You know, you can't touch it. You can't put your hands on it. You have to feel it from within. You have to embrace it from within. You have to make contact with it from within. You know, it's a frequency, it's a force. But I also know what it's like to move in love. That's my point. My movement comes from love today beyond anything else. You can feel it. It's a vibration. Whatever we do, we need to try to do it from the space of love in us. Because it's felt. It's a frequency. It's a beam of light. It's a beam of sound. And it goes way far beyond anything that we can say or do to add to it. It don't need no help. It keep you winning. It keep you enduring. It keep you being a conqueror. It allows you to come into contact with the conquering presence in your life. So when you do have to go through something that you don't know if you're able to get through, because I know what it's like to be going through something and you don't know. You ready to pull your hair out through what you're going through. Don't know how you're gonna get through it, but then somehow you get through. And you look back at it and you be like, man, I was tripping about what I was going through. Yeah, it keep you winning. Your resilience gonna keep you winning. Beating the odds, because we gotta slay them all. Talking about our resilience. How are we talking to ourselves? How are we speaking life over our own life, over our own body, over our own organs, to rewrite our DNA. Because one thing about me, if I feel my body something trying to come against my body, you'll never hear me say I'm sick. If my pocket's not right, you'll never hear me say I'm broke. Outside using this analogy to speak to somebody, because it's talking to somebody, you'll never hear me use a lot of lower vibratory, lower frequency terms and words that people use every day in their conversations and think it sounds cool and don't know what it's doing to the resonance or their auric field, and then therefore their internal body. So we gotta sow good seeds into ourselves. And when you sow good seeds into yourself, it's easy to find yourself speaking goodness over the life of somebody else. Yeah, it's easy. Our resilience reflects our integrity. Our integrity reflects our dignity, and our dignity will reflect our morality. Your ability to endure is your conqueror. Integrity and dignity, if you have it, will mean a lot when you're going through bullshit. You hear me? Because it's gonna reveal your character, not only to you, but to the people around you, so they can know who you really are. Resilience. Resilient people take control of the narrative. Resilient people are the people who write their own story. They control their own narrative. because they know what it's like to be hit with monkey wrenches. They also know what it's like to walk through monkey wrenches. Eventually, those who use what should have been tools to work against you, to bruise you, wish they would have used them to bridge with you, to build with you. If it resonates, let it elevate you. We're talking about resilience. Resilience reflect your integrity. Your integrity reflect your dignity. Your dignity reflect your morality. What gives you your ability to endure the odds? What does your character say about you in the life of others? Not what does your character say about you in your life. What does your character say about you in the lives of others? Do it your way. Say it your way. Have it your way. And let the hater do what the hater do. Just keep loving you. Feel good for no reason at all. Stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. This is your host and co-pilot, Saiwoo Da God. Remain true to the authentic version of your best self. Peace and abundance, family. I love y'all. One.